The 31st.
Pardon me. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
That wasn't me.
A big motorcycle just went by.
Oh, is that what that was?
Mm-hmm.
It is Friday, July 31st, the last day of July, which is good because the sooner we get this year over with, the better. It's Friday, July 31st. It's the Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show coming at you live from Governor's Comedy Club, the legendary Governor's Comedy Club. That's right, we're in the club. We're in the studio. There is no equipment here. There are no phones. There's no nothing.
We tried to do it yesterday, just because yesterday was our first day zooming. Because we pulled all the stuff out of the studio, or Mike O'Toole did, and it's all in storage. And so we're thinking, well, we'll just do it, from my house. And then we got into the show, and 20 minutes later, it just died. Like the Wi-Fi just cut off. So we're like, all right, let's just go to the studio. And so we have our iPad. We're using our iPad, and
The studio has, like we said, like Sallie said, everything's been pulled out, but the construction hasn't started yet. We're hoping this coming week. So we figured, let's do it from the club. Let's do it from the studio. So here we are. The Knockem. Sallie's going to share, but what'd you just do?
nothing.
The Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show coming at you live on govsradio.com.
I did. Okay. All right.
Facebook, YouTube, and of course on your smart TV, your Apple TV, your Fire Stick, your Roku, all that good stuff. An app called Boxcast. You download the app called Boxcast, and that's where you'll find us. All the great shows here on govsradio.com. That's right. As our good friends Dr. Ken Pichelle and Don Sill say, we on TV. That's right. So the acoustics are a little strange in here because everything has been taken down. It's a completely empty room.
Kind of like a brass sound, like
a what sound?
Brass, like it's
brass.
Like
a trumpet.
It's not soft, yeah.
So so we're doing the show from in here, and then once the construction starts, who knows where we'll be. We're all over the place, but it's a Friday, and it's a real crappy Friday here in New York. Rainy and dark and yucky. What?
It's dark? I thought it was kind of okay. It's going to start raining again.
Overnight, heavy rains during the night woke me up.
Not me.
Not Sallie. She was snoring from what she told me.
I woke up in the morning and I was like, I wonder if it rained last night.
It rained. Trust me, it rained. Last night, it did not rain last night. And we were able to enjoy ourselves right here at Governor's Comedy Club, the legendary Governor's Comedy Club right here in Levittown. Sally's sharing the show.
Yeah, sorry.
So
I'm not, it's not like I'm like texting people.
But can you just, before you go further, why you not?
What?
I don't know, you passed a few things that we normally share to.
What did you want me to look up?
I wanted you to at least put the show on your phone so we can see comments and stuff.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and I didn't share to, I didn't copy, but I could do that after you're done. And, share to, your thing. Anyway.
Bear with us a minute. Normally, we're sharing and doing all that stuff when all the intro music and opening credits are playing. But we don't have that option now, so we have to... it's funny. We saw... Sallie, what did you do here? You can't share it. Dave... All right.
He's going to get blocked from a group.
I am. I've been scolded by some of these places before.
Yeah, sorry, it's me, sorry. If they were so high up, I figured, I probably shared with them already.
Right, which is why I've gotten in trouble in the past.
We miss the studio how it was.
Yeah.
All the setup. I don't know how, people have been doing it, this whole Zooming thing. It's been...
Well, it was funny because at the show last night, Danielle Asher was there, and she said, oh, so you did your first show, out of, on Zoom or, doing it from your own iPad or whatever. She's like, it sucks, doesn't it? I was like, yeah, it definitely sucks.
We knew it did, but
we don't have any other choice. No, none of us do, unfortunately.
Andy's watching. Joe Stas is watching.
Hi, guys.
Luke Pratt is watching. We got to see him do his stand-up last night. Ken Pichelle. Andy Plajanos. I don't know why I thought I'd see Andy hanging around last night. Jeff Bosey we got to see.
Is he watching Jeff Bosey?
I don't think I can say the word Jeff without Jeff Bosey. It's
Like Charlie
word.
Brown.
Like yeah. Jeff Bosey. Danielle Lester's watching.
Yeah,
Felix is watching.
So Danielle and I were laughing.
Yeah,
but,
Felix. Felix is like, hello, remember me? No, I don't want to remember you
Yeah,
for like
see-
a week and a half, Felix. You woke me up like twice already.
This one.
Felix
see that?
has the habit of like texting at like either 6 in the morning or 1 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like, leave me alone. I'm an old mother. I'm not like this like 20-year-old who's up at like 3 in the morning texting.
So, all right. At least I think I'm set here. All right. Sorry about that. Hope everybody's
and
well.
Sorry to keep complaining about that, but when Felix actually texted me, he actually texted me on my first day of vacation at like 6 o'clock in the morning to wish me a vacation. Like,
Wish you a vacation?
or like, yeah, it was
A
like,
good
hey,
vacation.
enjoy your vacation. I'm like, well, now I'm awake and the sun isn't even out.
You're in trouble, Felix.
What the,
You're on your own, man.
what? I think even when I was 20, I'd be mad. You know,
What does that mean?
I don't know. Like, I guess like the kids are
Is
up all
6
day and night.
Well, right. So you would have gone to bed later. So yeah. So of course you'd be mad because you would have been sleeping less.
Yeah, because they sleep till like noon.
You good?
Let me take a cleansing breath.
What did Andy say?
Oh, I don't know. I would have loved to be there last night, but these kids, yeah, you know, it's so nice when they're older.
Damn kids get in the way of everything.
Mhm.
We actually brought my daughter with us last night.
Yeah.
Her very
She's
first.
21.
She's
an
21. She did not drink. It's her very first comedy show, and she loved it. She loved it. All right, yeah. So let's get into that. Last night we've been talking about it for weeks. The big show last night. Mike Keegan and Friends. Mike the headliner. Carla Okerson hosting. Tim Saliani. The three of them from Domestic Disturbance. Rich Rada, Jeff Bosey, both doing sets. The two of them from No Rhyme,
Jeff
No Reason.
Bosey, No Rhyme, No Reason. Rich Rada.
She can't even follow what she's reading. Govs Radio. Yeah, Jeff Bosey, Rich Rada did sets. Lou Pratt, who has been in here many times. Who else Govs Radio related? Anybody?
Gov's Radio. Let's see.
Richie Byrne.
Who'd you say already? Did you say Carla and?
You just get here?
Well, I was reading. I can't
you
do
weren't.
two things at one
You
time.
were done reading when I started naming the names.
I looked down to see Felix say, "No more, I promise," which brings me
Oh boy.
back to the point where he already did this before. He already did this already, and I was like, and he's like,
You got to
"Oh,
explain. What does that mean? He did this
you
already.
keep your phone. Who doesn't keep their phone on?
You
Let
have-
it go to bed."
You're not explaining. What are you talking about?
He's saying, "Oh no, I won't wake you up anymore." But he already said that like 4 months ago. All right, I'm on now. I need like 2
You sure you need
cleansing
it?
breaths. Okay, go.
You want some? Mike Keegan hosted. Carla Okerson. Mike Keegan headlined. Mike Keegan headlined. Carla Okerson hosted. Tim Saliani, Jeff Bosey, Rich Rada, Lou Pratz, Richie Byrne,
Nigel.
Nigel Fullerton, Eric Haft.
I forgot her Eric Hack.
All wonderful people from our Govs Radio family and extended family, as well as Shari Poland, who I believe is kind of new on the scene, so we'll have to get her in here. Ford, what's his
Nigel.
Mark Ford? What's his first name?
Nigel Fullerton was so funny.
Dennis Rooney was great.
Yeah.
What a great show this was last night. The energy was up. Mandy Jones was in the audience with us. Don Sill, Benny Rizzuti was in the audience with us.
It's so
Daniel
weird, though,
Asher.
with they do like they're all behind plexiglass.
Yeah. Our apologies to Mandy Jones. We didn't get to say hi to her. We didn't know she made it until the show had already started or just about to start. And then she was gone before we left. So our apologies to Mandy. Yeah, so it's all set up now. The patio, like the rest of the clubs, they have plexiglass out in front of the stage. So it was like, watching fish.
Yeah, but it's so funny too because like Mike Keegan went up last and he's looking at the
Headline.
plexiglass and he's like, oh my god, all I see are like spit marks on the inside of this thing. He's like, never will I ever sit in the first like 2 rows.
He said it was like being at a Gallagher show, he said, which I thought that was hilarious. Just a super show. Again, the energy was great. The crowd was great. Dennis Rooney was on fire.
Yeah.
I've never seen him so on fire. I mean,
He's always good.
He's always
But
good.
he was particularly funny last night.
Richie Byrne was trying new stuff, and he killed it.
Yeah.
Rich Rada, of course, just one of the more clever comedians I know. He was great. Jeff Bosey did a super job. Forgive me. There's a comedian Ford. We've seen him a few times. Is it Mark Ford or Tom Ford? My apologies for forgetting your first name, but he was good. There was another girl, a blonde, whose name I didn't get, and I wasn't familiar with her, but she was good.
It was a great night.
There were
We
a few
all had
people,
fun.
a few new people that we hadn't seen before, but everybody was just Nigel was not originally. He was not a part of the show. He came in last minute. Eric Haft came in last minute, and I think Richie Byrne was also a last minute addition.
Yeah.
Nigel was hilarious. He said he showed up because he thought there was a protest outside.
He said he was at a protest and they dragged him in.
So funny.
Yeah.
And again, when you have a great comedian, of course, the comedian has to deliver, but it always makes a huge difference when you have a good crowd. Mm-hmm. And you feed off that energy. It's a give and take with the energy, and it was just a great crowd, lots of laughs. I don't know if maybe for a lot of these people, maybe it was their first time back on stage, and since the quarantine.
Maybe.
Because there was a heightened energy, man. It was just so much fun. We had a really great time.
We hadn't. I mean, I think with like Rooney, we'd seen him before. And we've seen Richie Byrne. We've seen Eric.
Yeah, of course.
But we, like all the other people, like we've known them as friends. But like I've never seen Tim stand up or Carla. Like I've known Carla for a little while now, and I haven't seen her. I think she's always on stage when I'm working here engineering. So she was great. It's such a difficult job to host it. You have to keep coming back. You have to read the crowd. I really I find myself with jobs like that. I find myself like people watching people.
I've seen Carla before, and she's fantastic.
She's great.
She's great.
She really reads the crowd so well. She's really commanding of it, which you want that feeling of someone who knows what they're doing and they're gonna run the show. Like it's comforting, and I really thought she was funny and great.
How cute you guys have the same phone, says Joe says. We covered that a long time ago. My case broke.
I had mine for a while.
She's had hers for a long time. My case broke. I ordered a new one on Amazon without even paying attention to what the color I take that back.
Black.
I went to order black. They were out of black. And at that point, I just didn't care.
You just went to the next color.
I just went to the next color, not paying attention what it was. And I swear to God, that's the true story. And now we have matching phones.
Yeah. But it's not only
disgusting.
just matching, but it's gay. He's now he's gay. It's not even if I had gotten I don't know, navy blue or something, it wouldn't look so weird, but it's pink. Every time I look at it, I'm like,
awesome shirt, says Jeff Bosey. Eric Haft, so many great people there last night, says Jeff. Hello, Tom Galati. Hello, Joan Krupe Escher. Hello, Carlo Russo, comedian, is watching.
Hey, Carlo.
Carlo. Dana McAllister is watching. Hello, Dana. Jeff McDonald. Ken Sino is watching. Wow. Hi, Ken Sino.
Hey, Ken Sino.
Long time no see, pal.
We listened to your daughter sing the other day. Holy balls.
Yeah, she was something.
She's really, really, really good.
I've been begging Ken Sino to get his ass in this place forever, and now you got to bring your daughter too.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Ken Sino, fantastic guitar player. Go see him. What's the name of the band? CoverGirl. He's in a band called CoverGirl. They're fantastic.
Joey Cole is watching.
Joey Cole is watching. Joey. You know what? I should have called him. I said on our show yesterday that Joey's got to come sit with us. Joey, on Monday. Even if I forget to call you like I did yesterday, just get in here with us on Monday. We'll set the iPad up. You can sit. We'll be in here. We'll be in here somewhere.
Yeah,
somewhere
we'll
in
be
this building.
Somewhere in the building.
On Monday. So we'll figure it out where you can, if you're worried about catching something like Sallie caught from Keegan and Okerson and Sallie Annie, then we'll have you sit somewhere
Carla
else.
Brought the plague, man. She brought it.
And it was funny because Keegan mentioned the COVID. He mentioned that he had it in his act last night, and I kind of, I wasn't as loud as I should have been, but I said, yeah, and you gave it to her, you son of a bitch. Yeah,
well, we kind of got it over with. It's one of those things like, now we're good.
So I'm going to say it again. Fantastic show last night. Mike Keegan and friends, Mike headlining, but just a super lineup of people. Richie Byrne, Carla Okerson hosting, Tim Saliani, Jeff Bosey, Rich Rada, Eric Haft, Nigel Fulton, Shari Pollen, and there's a few others who I'm missing right now, but everybody was great. Lou Pratz. Everybody was just fantastic last night.
Great to see Lou, because I hadn't seen his stand-up either. He was in here doing the Susu, game show when we still had the studio open. And that's actually the first time that I met Lou. And
Did you say Pasusu?
Pazuzu.
And Jeff Bosey was on the show last night, and he was on Pasusu, wasn't he?
He was on Pazuzu.
Right. Remember when he won? No, never mind. No, I'm thinking of Rich Rada.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So it was good. So it was good to see Lou. Lou brought his son Brian, and he sat with us, and that was like really fun. And we had a really good time.
It was cool. Brian is he's on the spectrum. He's special needs, and I brought my daughter with me last night. She's on the autistic spectrum, so I wasn't sure what to expect. It was her first time coming to a comedy show, and it was really cool to see. Brian got so excited when his father hit the stage. He was laughing. He was clapping.
But he followed everyone.
Oh, yeah.
It's not like he was just following his dad. Sorry,
Right.
I'm going to put something in front of the iPad because I feel like it's going to go right off. See how we're already like...
Yeah, but it's been that way the whole time.
I feel like it's just going to go...
Oh, see, this is going
Right
to get
at the
ugly.
table.
You're going to...
I'm not going to touch it.
Something's going to get
I'm
messed
not
up.
going to touch it.
Oh, boy. Oh, God. Oh, here she comes. Oh, my God. Oh, my... Oh, That's not going to... If it is sliding, that's not going to help. I'll tell you that right now.
Really?
I bet you a quarter.
I usually kick your ass with the quarter bets, but you've been winning lately, so now I'm a little concerned.
Damn straight I've been winning lately.
You're not
And you-
straight. Look at your phone. How's that? That'll work.
You should... Whoops. Uh-oh.
So I talked to
lost the comment.
Lou Pratz, and he was talking about he plays the bagpipes, Lou Pratz. So and the bagpipes, it's kind of an acquired taste. You either love them and you get like all emotional at parades and you're like, oh, or you're like, what the heck is that? So it's funny with the bagpipes. But I was telling him yesterday, I used to play saxophone, and I wasn't bad. Like I played from like 4th grade, like all the way through, and I wasn't a bad player. Like I played, I played alto, and then if the it's going to be a long story. I'm going to get some water.
It's going to be even longer when you guys actually do this.
I know. So, and I played alto, and then the school would give me like for different pieces in the band. I would also play like, baritone, bass saxophone, and more specifically soprano saxophone. So, and I really enjoyed that. So I always owned an alto. And then when I went off to college, I had to pay rent. And so I hawked it for like $300. And I haven't had one since. So I haven't actually really, really played since I was like, I don't know, like, sheesh,
Sheesh.
like 37 years ago.
Sheesh.
Yeah, but Kevin, the 16-year-old, is really into music. Like, he's really into, like, playing different instruments, guitar, violin, even my sister bought like several like tin whistles not that long ago, and she's been like twiddling with the tin whistles and playing with Kevin, and so they were like egging me on to get another saxophone.
She's twiddling and playing with Kevin.
Well, that's just it. That's the thing about the saxophone too, because the verbiage when you have to like talk about the saxophone, it's just giggling verbiage. Like I remember there's no other way to get around it. Like, I remember being in band, just cracking up when, like, my band teacher would be like, "Are you working on your fingering?" It's like, there's no other way to say for the saxophone. It's called fingering. So you have to be like, I practiced fingering for hours last night. It's like the funniest thing.
So Sally's going to bring Lou in here to practice fingering.
There's no way around the words. There's no way around them. Trust me, my band teachers would have found another way around them.
Are you working on your musical notes?
No, that's not just it. It's the fingering.
Are you working on your hands?
See?
Are you working on your finger placement?
They would have found a different way of saying it if they could.
All right, so anyway.
Oh, yeah, so Lou was saying he wanted to come in here and play the bagpipes. So I was telling him, I told him all about the saxophone. I'm like, for like the first month, man, I'm going to sound just like bagpipes. Because I haven't played in so long, so.
Because it's, everybody loves those, bagpipes, saxophone combos.
You could play any instrument together.
It's going to be interesting if this happens.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I get my saxophone tomorrow. I'm really excited.
All right, so anyway, I'm just going to go back real quick. Mm-hmm. Andy Plajanos, if anybody lives near Andy or anything, please make sure you give him a ride today, because he obviously has been doing drugs.
Why?
Because he's saying we should, if we can't do the show here in the studio, we should go in the big room and make a sci-fi thriller with you guys trying to escape the UV lights. Then he says, we look like we're in Batman's villain's lair.
Yeah, look at this. This is like all...
You don't have to finger blast the sax.
See, that's just it. And then and of course, it's not even just a fingering instrument. This is where it's like,
that would be me.
God.
No, you're the fingering.
Like with violin, you don't have to use your mouth. So then it's always like you have to practice your blowing, because it's like a reed instrument. So you have to and that's you blow the saxophone. It's just really, if I were a band teacher and I had to talk to the saxophone section, I'd be like,
blow harder.
Yeah.
But you and Lou will be blowing.
Yeah.
You and Lou will be in the studio here blowing and making all sorts of noise.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Can't wait for that.
It's gonna be so bad. Well, he's good.
He's good at fingering.
He's good at blowing.
He's good at blowing.
I don't think you finger the bagpipes. Don't you just squish a bag? Squish his bags. Yeah, we'll be squishing Lou's bags.
Oh, that reminds me.
What?
Last night, when...
How could you remind you of what I just said?
Well, I'm going to explain. Last night, when we were here at Governor's on the patio to see this great show, standing there, and Danielle Asher gets there, right? Mm-hmm. And I don't know if she was there before us or after us, but we were there, and all of a sudden there she was. So I was talking to her, and Jeff Bosey comes out from backstage, and he sees her. It's the first time he spotted her last night.
Okay.
So she waves at him, and he's coming towards us, and he goes like this. He's just waving at us, but of course... Well, that's what I said to him. I said, Jeff, what are you trying to do? And she was like, Jeff, you have an interesting way of saying hello. And then, of course, Jeff just got weird with it because he compared it to his own boobies. Mm. But that's Jeff for you. Oh, and speaking of that, too, after the show, I don't know if you saw Tim Saliani after the show, there was a table, there were some girls sitting at a table. I don't know who they were, but I only saw 2 girls there, so I don't know if they had guys with them. I don't know who they were. Mm-hmm. But Tim, of course, he made a beeline right for them. And if you've seen Tim Saliani, whether in live in person or here on Domestic Disturbance on govsradio.com or on Shut Up Stupid, also here on govsradio.com, you'll see that Tim is not exactly he's not exactly, hi everybody, he's not all goofy and happy. He's more like this.
You're just saying he's not friendly.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a big scary bear of a man. So he makes a beeline for these girls, right? And he's sitting at the table, and I'm assuming he's trying to make a move. For all I know, maybe it's his sister. I don't know who these girls were, but
it could be his girlfriend. Why?
But I'm assuming he's making moves.
Did he have that energy about him?
Well, I'll explain. Here's my impression of a Tim Saliani, and again, based on what you know about Tim Saliani already, here's my impression of him making moves on a girl. This is what I saw him last night. This is what I saw.
Well, all right.
And if you know Tim, it makes sense.
Well,
or if you've seen him on the shows here, GovsRadio.com, it makes sense. This is how he always is. and I don't know, maybe that works. I don't know. Does it work?
No.
So yeah, that was what I saw last night too. There was a little waving and a little squeezing motion.
With the bagpipes?
No, she's talking about Danielle's talking about Jeff. Yeah, it was a little like I think he was just meaning to go like, oh hi. That's my Jeff Bosey impression.
He was doing this, but he was going.
But there was a little like this going on too, and so me and Danielle both was like, take it easy there, Jeff. Mm-hmm. But like I said, then he compared it to his own boobies, and so it just got weird.
Yeah.
So anyway, before we get into boobies and bagpipes and fingering and squishing balls and we were talking about how nice it was to see Lou Pratt's son, who's on the spectrum, enjoying himself, getting a kick out of seeing his dad on the stage, enjoying the whole show. He was cracking up a lot. And then, like I said, we brought my daughter, and she, same thing. It was her first comedy show. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know how she'd be. I did have to warn her in advance, that we're going to be there a while. We got there at 7. Showtime was 7:30, but it was closer to 8 by the time it started, and it was a little after 10 when it all was over. And thank God I told her in advance it was going to be a while, because I think she was now prepared for that. And she loved it. She loved it. Every time I looked at her, she was laughing. Dennis Rooney had a lot of jokes about a butthole, and that was her favorite. So she really enjoyed it. So that was nice.
Yeah,
that was really nice.
Great. Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool. That was really cool to see, and it felt a little weird, because she's my oldest and she's 21, but it's weird. Just I'm sure a lot of you feel the same way. You still look at your kids as kids, so it was
like sitting next to them while they're like saying sexual things.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I think probably the most scarring thing for me, like it didn't bother Sam at all, but the most scarring thing for me is watching like Game of Thrones and Sam's on the couch. I'm like,
well, there's a lot of nudity in that show.
Well, the first couple of seasons were pretty graphic and.
Oh, I need to see this show.
Yeah, but you didn't want to have anything to do with it.
I didn't know there was graphic
so
sex.
Weird.
Women? I mean, women with women.
Everything you could even imagine happened on that show. From death to sex.
I don't care about the death. Can we just fast forward to the sex parts?
No.
Why not?
Because you have to start from the beginning.
I'm not interested in all that medieval stuff.
It's like porn. You can't just watch the first 2 minutes and then what about all the people doing porn? What about their feelings?
What do you mean you can't just watch the first 2 minutes? You just need 30 seconds.
I know, but I feel bad for all these porn stars. They do a half an hour, a lot of acting effort, and people just watch the first 2 minutes. What about their needs?
Their needs are getting met. Sammy is adorable, says Lou Pratt. Thank you, pal.
Oh, yeah, she asked as we were driving home. She's like, how old is Brian?
Oh, she did ask. Oh, were you insinuating that there's an interest?
No, I'm just glad. Because, and that's just that's also the thing with, autism. Like, Brian's sitting at one end of the table, Sammy's sitting at the other, and you think they don't even notice each other, but we're driving home. How old is Brian? They do. They just, in their own way, they don't have to sit next to each other and have, eye to eye contact, long conversations. They just really enjoy that. They enjoy someone else being there, watching something that they're watching, so it was nice.
Yeah, so it was a great show last night. We really enjoyed it, and we highly recommend you go see any of those guys, especially Mike Keegan and Friends shows, because you never know who's going to show up. Mike is very respected in the comedy community. Pretty much everybody we know loves that guy, including us. So, yeah, and check them out here on GovsRadio.com. Domestic Disturbance, I believe they are doing a show tonight, right? Domestic Disturbance?
I'm not sure. I'm actually not sure. I know either last week or this week they took off because they were all working.
All right, well, they're definitely on Tuesday nights.
Yeah.
But sometimes they do Friday nights. So check them out. Domestic Disturbance Podcast. Tuesday nights at 6:30 is No Rhyme, No Reason with Jeff Bosey and Rich Rada. So check them out as well. And definitely go see them if they're playing somewhere. And just come to any show here, Governors, because you'll never be disappointed. I believe this weekend is Dice.
Oh, wow.
Or is it Dave Attell? Or maybe that's next weekend. I'm not sure. There's a lot of great shows coming up here at Governors. Dice is going to be here. Dave Attell is coming in. Chelsea Handler. Lots of great stuff. So go to govs.com to see their schedule, get your tickets, and also sign up to be on their mailing list so you can get special discounts on admission and stuff like that. And go to govsradio.com too. And watch all our shows and see what's cooking. What do you got?
I had a paper in my pocket. It was bugging me.
Oh, all right. How dare you have a paper in your pocket? Brian loves being included. Very nice. Andrew needs context. Porn star acting does not go unappreciated. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know what she's talking about.
Well, because remember, because I just think you should watch it full on. If you're going to watch it full on. Like, remember when Rick Beck was doing the movie reviews and he was not reviewing the movies that we wanted him to. Like, he would be like, oh, I'm going to review it next week. So we'd all prepare ourselves for, like, the movie that he said he would. And he's like, I didn't get to that. But I did watch the SpongeBob series about, it's something that we had not watched. So we got mad at him and we told him the next movie he had to watch was porn. And the deal was he had to watch
Edward Penis Hands.
Yeah, he had to watch Edward Penis Hands. He's like, all right, I'll watch it. I'm like, no, you have to watch the entire thing. He's like,
well, how long is it?
It's pretty long. I think it was like an hour.
Since when are you such a porn expert? What's going on here?
With what? I've never seen it. I just heard about it one time. But yeah. Oh, you know who I miss? The porn girls.
Were you finished with your story?
Yeah, but just that, like when Rick finally watched the entire thing, he was like, I never watched anything from beginning, middle, end, and I should do that. So yeah.
All right, but the point is what? That we should watch full porn movies for what? Because there's good plots.
Feelings. Yeah, they work really hard.
Well,
I made myself laugh.
I think this is something I haven't said in a while on this show. Sallie is high. Andy Plagano says that he is on Domestic Disturbance tonight. So there is
nice.
Domestic
Thanks,
Disturbance.
Andy.
And why did they have Andy on?
Why not?
Because he wasn't here last night.
Well, maybe they missed him.
Ah.
Yeah.
Nice.
And Fridays are a good day for Andy.
Why?
I don't know. I just know whenever we had him in the studio here,
Oh, during
he was
the day,
always
yeah.
free. So Fridays was like his day that he could go do stuff.
And hopefully we can get this room done and this whole building open so we can get Andy back in here on Fridays. Damn it.
That was violent.
I know, I hurt myself.
Carol Miner's watching.
Hi, Carol.
She posted a picture of herself the other day. She looks so pretty.
Because she is pretty.
Yeah.
Are you saying she's not normally pretty?
Why do you have to be so negative?
I'm not. I wasn't. I said she's pretty. So, Will Sharon is watching. Hello, Will Sharon. Will Sharon should have been there too last night.
Yeah.
But, yeah, fun night. Oh, so I was talking about my daughter, and, yeah, how much fun it was to see my daughter enjoy the comedians, see Lou Pratt's son enjoy all the comedians. But I'm feeling a little sad for my daughter today.
I am too.
My daughter, like I said, she's on the special needs spectrum. And this whole COVID thing, it's been rough on everybody. But, when you're on the spectrum, you're used to
Your routine.
a routine. Things are set up. This happens here, this happens there. Will Sharon says he tuned in at the right time, just as we finished talking about porn. Now we're going to talk about something sad. Just in time, Will. Yeah, they're used to routine. They're used to things being set up a certain way. So it's been a little tough, for that whole community, because their whole lives have been interrupted, just like everybody's. And this year, every summer she goes to a special needs summer camp. It's called Anchor. It's down in Lido Beach. It's right on the south shore of Nassau County, Long Island, and it's probably about 20 minutes from where we are. 20 minutes south from where we are.
Yeah, it's like a day camp, and it's usually 5 weeks?
It's usually 6 weeks.
6 weeks.
Not sleepaway. They come home every day. But it's a special needs camp. It's probably the best special needs camp on Long Island. It's just fantastic. It took us 7 years to get her in there. And this was her, I think, her 8th year there, something like that. But because of COVID, they limited everybody to 1 week, because you can't fill the whole place up.
Right.
So that was a bummer, but she was happy just to go. And last year, she missed the last week because she had some medical issues that kept her home for the last week, and that was very upsetting to her. So she was looking forward to getting back this year. Bummed that it wasn't going to be the full 6 weeks, just the 1 week, but we made the best of it. And this week was her 1 week to go for the summer. And with the rain, because it's an outdoor camp, it's on the beach. So because of the rain, they had to cancel today. Normally what they used to do when it rained, they would just take the whole camp and they go to a movie theater. They would do something inside.
Yeah.
But again, because of COVID, they can't do that. So they're just canceling the day if it rains. So today, which would have been her last day, is canceled.
And
so she's
even 2 days ago, she was like, "It's going so fast,"
Right,
and we're
yeah.
like, yeah, it is, and we were feeling bad just that it was just 5 weeks or 5 days.
So feeling a little bad for her, and feeling, bad, for anybody, all you guys, if you have somebody in the special needs community, it's definitely, and it must be a lot like trying to teach your little guys, school through the Zoom or online classes. It's just tough. Mm-hmm. And even kids, they're used to a certain routine, so it's very similar. And I feel bad for my daughter, but she's going to Lake George next week with her mom, so hopefully she'll have a nice week. Hopefully the weather will be good up there.
What?
Charles Goonan.
Yay!
Oh, wait a minute now.
Oh, not
Will
Charles.
Sharon says he's on the next one. What does that mean? Are you on the next?
Oh, you're on the next
Domestic disturbance?
Good.
See, we need to open up. I'm jealous. They're getting all these good people on these shows, all the guests. We haven't been able to do that. Well, we were doing it on the screen, but I miss guests.
I know. I
can't wait to
miss
get this
sitting
room.
next to people.
Yeah. Charles Goonan, what is that splatter on the wall?
That's but the sound pieces to like absorb the sound that we had up here. They're like spongy. Are they called something? Sponges, like to absorb the sound in the room. They're kind of strategically placed all around the room, and so we're redoing the wall, so they were pulled down. So that's what it is. It's because they were glued up there for some reason. But
we're hoping next week construction will start. It was supposed to be this week. There was an issue, so we're hoping next week. Veronica Hart was chosen as the judge in Boogie Nights because she can act. And right, just like Nina Hartley was in Boogie Nights because she can act.
Oh, no. You guys are making jokes.
We are making jokes.
They try so hard.
Carol Miner, hugs to Sammy. I'm so sorry about her camp. It's been very difficult for our kids. Zach is dealing with it too. Mm-hmm. Sending love to you from all of us. Yes. Carol also has a son. Zach on the spectrum, great kid. Wonderful artist. He drew me a picture of the Beatles.
Oh, nice.
So there you go. And speaking of the beach, like I said, this camp of Sammy's is on the beach. Speaking of the beach, here also in Long Beach, which is right next to Lido Beach where Sammy's camp is, there's been shark sightings.
Oh, really? Really? All right.
What's that about?
I don't know. I just feel like every bad thing that can happen this year is happening this year. So every time something new happens, I get like more cranky.
I'm on the next Keegan and Friends. Oh. Will Sharon is on the next Mike Keegan and Friends DDP live at patio show. I'm on a 2-3 minute delay. What's DDP? I'm on the next Keegan and Friends DDP live at patio show. All right, when is that, Will? Because we'll come again. We'll be there again. Lou Pratt's. Tony, Sallie, I forgot to tell you, Tim Patrickson, the correction officer, Billy Joel Fanatic, says hi. Turns out I went to high school with him and reconnected through your show. Oh, is that right? How weird is that? And you're both in law enforcement, in corrections. Yeah, that's weird. Mm-hmm. So yeah, Will Sharon, when is that show? So yeah, that's weird with Lou and Tiog. Yeah, tell him we said hi back. I haven't talked to him in a while. So there's been shark sightings on the beaches here. Let's see. So
Well, I guess there is every single year, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
I know up in like Massachusetts, there's like all over the place.
It's an 8-foot bull shark.
Oh.
At least that's what they think it is. They think it's an 8-foot bull shark because it was caught by a fisherman over the weekend, but then the fisherman let the shark back. He let him go.
Why? Well, I don't know. Are you supposed to?
Aren't you the big animals person?
That's why he did.
I'm assuming.
I don't know I don't know if a bull shark. Sometimes there are a lot of sharks that don't bother you.
He's around 400 pounds. Was hooked by the fisherman, and then let him go. It took 2.5 hours to reel the shark in. They took pictures and then released it back into the water. Bull sharks are aggressive and can swim in very shallow waters.
Well, then he should have, not released it back in.
There's been 9 sightings total. So the different beaches have been closing every day based on the sightings.
So he basically just pissed off the shark and then set him free.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I just gouged your mouth.
Yeah. And yeah.
Speaking of fingering and blowing. This is a weird show today. So anyway, Nassau County is asking swimmers to not go in the water deeper than your ankles.
Great. Like where? Jones Beach, all around there? Or is it like Fire Island?
Lido Beach, Saturday night. Tobay, yesterday or the day before.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
are they keeping people out of the water? Like, are the lifeguards like, don't go in the water right now?
The county is asking swimmers to not go in deeper than their ankles. So they're asking. So it's not...
Ankles. Can you imagine a shark coming at you like knee deep? Ugh.
Domestic Disturbance Podcast is DDP. Wow. All right, so let's read that again. Oh, my God. Yeah, so Will Sharon... Will Sharon is doing the next Keegan and Friends Domestic Disturbance Podcast live at the patio. Got it. Thank you, Will. Hey, did you get cut for the Mets? We did one for Zach and the Texas Rangers. Oh, a cutout? No, we didn't do it. We were gonna. We never did.
And then we're
lazy.
We're lazy. It really is. That's the only reason. We're just lazy.
Ken Pichel's making fun of us. Diamond Dallas Page, Diet Dr. Pepper, Domestic Disturbance Podcast. Yeah, we're pretty stupid.
Well, it's funny because when I text back and forth with Tim for setting up the show each week, I'll say DD, but I don't really do DDP, so I didn't catch it either.
Sallie does DP. This is a nutty show today. Sallie likes to work on her fingering and her blowing and her DP. That's the lesson we've learned here today, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
On this weird show.
Saxophone will be here tomorrow.
Oh, great.
It's gonna sound really bad
because
I used to obviously read sheet music but I haven't looked at it for a long time, and Kevin showed me sheet music the other day, and seriously I was like, I know that's B, that's how bad it is. So over the last few days I've been YouTubing sheet music and fingering because I forget. I don't remember how to play.
She forgets her finger.
I don't remember how to play.
So yeah, her sister is learning the tin whistle. Her oldest son has decided to try some of the tin whistles.
Yeah, he's been playing a lot of tin whistles, Sam.
The younger guy is playing violin and a little guitar and a little mandolin.
Yeah.
And now Sallie's taking up the sax.
Yeah.
I'm going to be taking up headphones.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm going to take headphones from the studio and just take them home.
Yeah. It's a rough household.
With 4 dogs.
Yeah.
I'm not talking right now because I'm just enjoying the silence. I might just move in here. It's big enough now without all the equipment. I just need one room.
I know. You don't take up much space.
Dum Dum Pichelle. That's what DDP stands for. Andrew Frender is watching. Aaron Milos, Luann Schwing. Don Sill is watching. We did mention Don. Yeah, Don and Benny were there with us last night. Had a great time. Joe Staz. Everyone have a great weekend. Mother-in-law keeps freaking calling me to put her patio furniture in. I mean, come on. All right. DVDA. Hurtful Will Sharon Hurtful, says Ken Pichelle. So what else? Oh, all right. So we started yesterday. We started this conversation yesterday. Our show yesterday was like The Sopranos ending. You know, our show just ended yesterday. It was like the Sopranos season.
Did it end twice? Yeah.
It ended twice.
Yeah, so it ended, we started the show, 20 minutes in, it just, bam, it was out. So then we just went Facebook Live, because with our program, once you end the show, you can't restart it without rescheduling it. So we just went Facebook Live, and then it just, cut out again? Oh, like almost at,
It was like another 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So we started this conversation that while we were off from doing our show, because we weren't really off, we were still working here, but we just took off from the show for a week. But since we didn't have a show to plan for, we had some time on our hands. And
you're making me nervous. What are you going to talk about?
Well, we started this yesterday, so you should know what this is.
Oh, are you doing this freaking again? All right, I don't care, because I think it's good.
So Sally decided that since we have some free time on our hands, we're going to watch. She decided that we're going to watch a show called Parenthood.
It's so good.
You remember the movie from the late 80s or early 90s, whatever it was, with Steve Martin? Mm-hmm. If I remember right, they did try to make a series out of that, and it didn't work. But I believe it was different actors playing the same roles. But now, I guess it was, 10 years ago or so, they brought it back again, but it's just loosely based on the movie. It's different characters.
But they're so good.
And
Craig T. Nelson is in it. He's the dad. It's so good. So
Sally has decided that we're going to watch this show. There's 6 seasons. We're down 2 so far, the first 2.
You reminded me yesterday, so I ordered the third, the disc. Because you can get them at the library, so.
Well, and as we pointed out yesterday, for all you nerds, you can go to the library.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people don't know that you can go get CDs, DVDs. There's so many things you can get at your local library.
Ooh, thank you, Will Sharon. Thank you, Will Sharon.
What?
Which family member is learning the bagpipes? Well, that's Lou Pratt's.
Yeah,
but then,
so at least we don't have bagpipes in the house.
But then Will is asking if anybody's learning to sing like Yoko. Well, that's going to be my contribution. As you guys are all learning your tin whistles, your saxophones, and everything else.
You're going to sing?
I'm going to sing like Yoko.
No.
That's what I'll be practicing. It'll sound better than your saxophone, I'll tell you that right now.
Maybe for the first couple of weeks. You might be right.
And when you mean couple, you mean like 8 months.
No.
Derek,
it'll take me a couple of weeks to know what I'm doing, and it'll probably take me a month to sound good.
It'll take Sally a couple of weeks to know what she's doing with her fingering.
With my fingering and blowing.
Derek Munisbo is watching. Hi, Derek. I hear...
Daniel Asher said Parenthood is a great show. Thank you. I love it. I love it so much.
I have never seen a more predictable, corny piece of shit show than this.
You have to see. So the whole first season, Tony did not say a word, and then about halfway through the second season, because I knew he wasn't really liking it. So by like halfway.
But I
through
want
the second
sex,
season,
so I just keep my mouth shut and watch the show.
Yeah, and I feel like he's just sitting there on the couch watching this, going. And then what is even worse, it's like he'll pick up his phone to like text someone, so I'll like hit pause because I don't want to miss anything. And then he's like, "No, go ahead." I'm like, "No, I'll wait. Don't worry. That's what a DVD is for. You could just like pause it and then."
Thank you for getting the DVD at the library.
And then he puts it down, and then and then I'll start it again. I love this show. It's so good. How many people have watched Parenthood? There's no way you could watch Parenthood and not love it. You can't.
It is So cheesy, so poor, so awkward. The most predictable show I've ever watched, ever. The most predictable show. I've called everything. I've called everything that's going on so far in the first 2 seasons.
Yes. And I'll be like, and I've actually seen it. Like I saw it like 20 years ago, and I'll be like, oh, like I'll forget, and he's called it like before it even happens. Yeah. So yeah, he's not having fun watching this. So let me just ask. Andy said that we're breaking up a little bit. Are we? Or is that just Andy having bad Wi-Fi? Because I don't see any problems here. So tell us if like you don't hear us or something.
Well, let's see if we can hear us.
There's no way you could watch Parenthood and not love it. You can't.
So glad I turned the volume up at that point. Hey, Anthony Grazadeh is calling. Hi.
Hi. What's going on?
No, what are you doing?
Things are good. You?
Doing all right.
You're not on. You guys are still off, right? You come back on Monday, right?
No, you're live on the air right now. I have you on speaker.
Oh, is this the Edwin Diaz complaint line?
Yeah, sure.
Are you fucking kidding me?
It's the Mets curse. How many players in the Mets history, how many great players in the Mets history do they bring in and then they suck when they get here?
I would rather get fucking COVID. I would rather the team get COVID because they can't fucking lose.
COVID Diaz.
Kidding? Are you kidding? Is Sallie with you or are you by yourself?
No,
Nope, I'm here.
we're on. Yeah, we're on the air.
Hi, Sallie.
Hey, Grass, how are you?
How are you? How's everything?
You know, pretty good. Pretty good. We
Okay,
tried
good.
zooming
Good.
from my house yesterday, and we cut out twice. Sucks.
Yeah, that sucks. I heard you. Listen, were you at the Ambiguously Gay Duo last night and went the blimp in the gym?
What?
Jeff Posey, Rich Rader,
Yeah.
Saliani, and Keegan.
Yep, they were good.
I wanted to go so bad. I was fucking working. I thought it would be good. And then what they had, Nigel Fulton too?
They did. They had. They were entitled to bring the one black guy in. So
The one black man, the one black. We're gonna hire one black guy. It's Black Lives Matter. Let's. What do we want? Sean Brown, Nigel Fulton, Jamaican cuisine. What do we want?
he was great though. Everybody was great.
So funny. Yeah, Fullerton was so funny.
I have to tell you, I know that all those guys are great, but I've seen Nigel on stage, and I happen to think that Nigel is excellent. And I wish somebody would, elevate his career a little bit because I think he deserves it.
It's the first time we've seen him on stage. I thought it was great.
Wait till you see him too. He's lost weight.
Oh, fuck him.
Yeah, he's lost a lot of weight.
Yeah.
How did Tim and Caller and Keegan do?
They were great. Everybody was great.
Carla hosted. She was fantastic.
That's great.
Yeah.
I know. Was it almost sold out too? Right? What'd you have? Don Sill was over there too, and Benny Rizzuti and his wife.
Yep.
That's correct. And
I think I should get his wife to start fucking promo and limo talk. She's all over the internet now.
Oh,
she's all over everywhere.
Yeah, and she's everywhere. She knows everybody. You should definitely grab her. Absolutely.
I'm sorry. I knew you were on yesterday. I didn't know you were on today, but I'm glad
No,
you
it's
guys.
okay.
Where are you, in the studio?
Yeah. Well, we cut out twice yesterday in my house. So I'm like, fuck it. So we figured we'd just drive down here and sit here. At least the Wi-Fi works.
The construction was supposed to start this week, but it got held up a week, so it's empty. So we just figured we'll come in here and do it.
Oh, is that they got held up a week? Was that O'Toole was on vacation, couldn't get back because he's too fucking drunk from the Hamptons?
No, he actually did his part.
He did all
before
his work.
before he left.
Yeah.
It was just the construction we're waiting on now.
He did everything he needed to do.
Oh, don't defend him, please. You know where he is right now? He's in
did.
Montauk with an IPA looking at the shore.
He worked really hard.
Don't be jealous just because he's living it up right now. He deserves it. And don't talk smack about him. Otherwise, he won't. Because you can't get on without that man. You should be
What
nice.
is he gonna? He's not cutting me off. He likes me. Plus I fund him every once in a while. You ever see his basement all in nut gear?
Yeah.
He's got about fucking $400 worth of my memorabilia he bought from me.
No kidding. Really? Is that true?
No, I'm kidding. No,
Oh.
that's not
Hey,
true.
Graz.
Spreading rumors.
I see that you're scheduled. Are you scheduled this coming Thursday?
Am I? Yes, please. Am I still allowed to be on the air?
Well, yeah, but here's the thing. I don't think Mike's back yet.
Oh, look at that! Hey, Tony, you want to put me on?
Yeah, so whatever you want to do, but let me know.
Yeah, but
I just want you to know he's not back in town until like a couple of days later.
Yeah, we could. I don't know.
I'll talk to Mike.
Okay,
Yeah,
Direct me, and if he says no, Tony, you handle it.
Yeah,
all right?
just work it out
I'm
with
not.
him.
I'll try. I don't know. I'm not.
No, there's no way he's doing your show. No.
I can't. I haven't done a Zoom
Yeah.
myself, so I mean I could.
If Mike can
Try
do
and
it or
figure it out.
someone can do it, but if not.
I imagine Mike is doing it from vacation. Man, he will.
He's done that for me before, you know.
You have to talk to Mike about it.
He is so not interested in getting laid if he's hooking up your show while he's on
His
vacation.
wife will kill him. And
You know,
I will
I
tell
don't
Tony if he does
particularly
your
think
show.
that's very nice, you know. Why wouldn't he do that? He's very nice to me. I thought we were all friends. It's like a little clique. I'm noticing the cliques now, you know. Here's the cliques. Tony, Sallie, Don Still and his wife, Benny Rizzuti and Mrs. Rizzuti. That's clique number one. Then you got Rich Rader, Jeff Posey, Paul Okerson, Mike Keegan, Nigel Fulton, Tim Saliani. There's clique two. Where's my clique? Even Mandy Jones and Barney Scalise got a clique, but it's a roach-infested pizzeria.
I mean, I have no comment on that.
I don't even have a clique.
I
Tommy
don't-
doesn't want to hang out with me. Rich doesn't like me. Posey left me. Zimmerman hates me. Myers can't stand me. And Nicolia, well, he's Nicolia.
Greg DiFilippo loves you.
Yes. Maybe I'll do a show with Greg.
And you see that? See, I'm going to disagree. I think it's all one click here. I don't see clicks. And to prove that point, you met Greg DiFilippo. He's on your show, and you know him because of me. So it's all one big happy click.
I know. It's just nobody likes. I don't get invited. Like Posey, I know. I reached out. Nobody invited me to this fucking thing. I was coming anyway.
No,
it would be nice.
Bosey invites himself to everything. You know that. He
No.
just shows up.
I got an email, don't tell Graz. You didn't get that? Oh.
Oh, that's for everything. But no, we just bought tickets last night. It's not like we were invited to anything. We just bought tickets and went.
Was this almost sold out too, right?
It was, yeah, I would say it was like 90% full, yeah.
It's hard to tell, because everyone has to sit so far apart, you don't know.
Hey, can't we throw a patio night with like everybody that's ever been involved in those? We put like 30 comedians. Can't we do like a little marathon one night and have fun with it? Maybe do it.
I'm not doing
Maybe.
marathon talks with him right now. I don't have it in me. I don't. I'm telling you right now.
I raised $1,600 minus $200 for a new check, but I'm at $1,600, and look, we're gonna give the money away. I'm coming back.
$1,600 is a great number, and that's very impressive.
I'm gonna put it on red.
You're going to put it on what? I'll put it on red.
Red.
Andrew Plugeno said, Jesus, please don't let Graz in my clique.
Yeah, well, that fucking guy thinks he's Dracula. That's all he does. I'm Dracula. All right, I'm funny. Let me do a little fucking short Billy Dial who looks like he's been booked for like 3 days.
Oh,
He's out in the fucking
goodness.
forest.
Hey, this
looks
is-
like he hasn't washed and trimmed his fucking beard in like months.
This is good news. Taz said, Mr. Graz, I love you.
There you go. You're in the Taz clique.
That's different. Taz is good people. I like Taz.
Yeah,
it's
there's
Taz,
nothing-
Graz, and I don't like the other one.
You can't complain about Taz about anything.
No, Taz is great.
Yeah,
Tony,
if everyone could be
Tony,
like
I don't want to get in
Taz.
trouble, Tony.
What was that?
I don't want to get in trouble.
You always find a way. Don't
Yeah,
worry.
don't worry, you will. Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry. I didn't know I was going to be on the air for this long, and I thank you guys very much. Can I come sit in the other room or what's left of the other room just to feel
No.
like I'm in the studio?
No.
Yeah, nobody will be here, but you can come sit in there if you want.
Now, Sallie, why do you just... Sallie, why don't you give me a fucking chance? You just... No.
No.
They're going to be doing construction around him.
You know what? He brings out, and my kids are older, so I don't even talk to them like that. But he brings out, the parenting in me. When the kids are, in second grade, you have to be, crystal clear. You have to be like, no. No.
Yeah, you didn't even fucking give me a chance to try to change your mind.
Because I know where it's going, so I just, nip it in the bud.
So do you... So, all right, so you were calling, you didn't know we were on the air. So do you need me to call you back to discuss something off the air, or did you just want to complain about the Mets?
I was leaving you a message like, are you fucking kidding me? How this guy, you traded 2 top are going to prosper on Seattle for a 36-year-old guy that shouldn't be hitting in the fucking 8th hole in Robinson Cano, and a guy that's given up 36 earned runs in the 9th inning or more in the last 2 years. He's the worst bullpen ever.
Yep. Well, Kansas City is signing the Dark Knight to a minor league deal. Maybe he'll make his way back to New York.
Are you not upset, Tony? We're 3-4. We should be 5-2. The Yankees are like 6-1.
Right.
And it's not good. I don't like it.
The Mets only win in April, so there was no chance of this working out.
All right. Well, I'm not going now, so I'm a little upset. Thanks, thank you for inviting me into the studio. I love you.
You're not in her clique.
Yeah, not in our clique. I see. So it's got a real fucking clique. If it's Don, Phil, and a wife, they're in. Don'll be on Thursday night. This Thursday night coming up. It'll be put up, shut up, and fuck up on Thursday night at 9 o'clock with Don, Phil, and Benny Rizzuti.
And here comes another clique. See ya. Anthony Graziadei returning soon with Limo Talk. Nobody's going to talk about that. Ione and Graz wanted to do a marathon.
That's true. Graz has a lot of marathon talks.
All right. Oh, you know what? All right, so it's 12 o'clock. Can we just take, can we just take 5 minutes? I wanted to talk about, well, I still have a couple things on my list, but there's just one more thing I wanted to talk about.
No, go ahead.
And I did tell you about it this morning. Don't give me the face. What is the deal? Because I'm not up on this. So I need you guys to help me. I need you to help me. What is going on with people getting seeds in the mail? What is this? And I swear to God, I know nothing about it other than what I just said.
Yeah, I haven't looked into it in a couple of days, but from what I know, no one even knows. Like, people around America are getting these bags of seeds, and then they're saying it's something called... They're saying the address is from China, but then they're also saying that people are sending them out saying the address is from China to, like, freak people out. But the only thing that makes sense is it's kind of an advertising thing called brushing. Have you ever heard of that?
No.
Where you take like a cheaper product and you send it out for free to people that didn't order it, and they're like, "Oh, look, got it in the mail."
Oh, like a sample.
Yeah, like
okay.
Yeah, and it's a way to get people to like buy more of your products, and they're thinking that like that was kind of like the business model of it, but they don't know why it has this like fake Chinese address, so they think it's like kind of malicious, like let's scare people more about China by having seeds sent to people's houses for no reason. So no one really, unless if someone knows something about it in the last like 24 hours. I haven't looked into it in like a day.
So basically it was somebody's stupid idea of a publicity stunt?
No one knows.
Like, are they trying to push a product? Like these seeds?
No one knows. They're just
and,
seeds.
And what are these seeds? Like, they're not dangerous in any way? Like, it's not full of anthrax or something?
I think that would have came out, so I'm going to go with no. But it's all like it's no one knows. It's ambiguous.
Will Sharon will send his seed, but not in the mail. Jessica's Sorella's eating ice cream in Australia. That's good to know. I want to go back to
I love ice cream.
Carla got a package of masks she didn't order from China.
Carla said that. Oh, really?
Is that true? Or is that another joke that went over our heads? Just like we missed DDP.
Carla was talking about how vanilla soft serve is so much better than chocolate soft serve, and I know that's going to make you mad, but I totally think she's right.
Carla, we're going to have to just fight because Carla doesn't like baseball either. She thinks it's boring. So me and Carla are just going to have to fight. That's just what it comes down to.
I think Carla gets asked to fight enough. I think we should leave Carla alone.
Wow, Daniel Asher going after Graz.
But then she comes back with, "I love you, Graz."
Oh, okay.
So I guess that's okay.
Wow, she had a few comments going after him. Nice. See, they're going to fight too. Double bill.
A lot of fighting.
Remember when Danielle was going to fight Eric? I forgot all about that.
Why didn't that happen?
I don't know. I'd still like to see that.
Eric got he was in a bad mood in the studio one day and then canceled it, as I recall.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
Sorry, Sis and I are playing Call of Booty. Love you guys. What?
What?
Taz is playing Call of Booty with her sister. See, again, it goes back to porn. It's all about the porn
People
today.
out west do weird things. I actually thought Taz was coming into town this week.
She was supposed to, actually.
And then she didn't.
She was supposed to show up at the show last night just to see Lou Pratt's. Oh, and then there was something. Oh, you know what? I totally forgot. Lou said something at the beginning of the show about Taz's sister was going to show up.
Mm-hmm.
But then I forgot about it by the time the show was over. So, Taz, was your sister here? And if she was, sorry we didn't meet her.
Maybe that's who was sitting
And can we play Call of Booty with her?
with Danielle. I didn't know. I wasn't sure who Danielle was sitting with. Maybe that was her sister.
Oh, was it?
I
Oh.
don't know. I just remember someone young.
All right.
Vanilla rocks and chocolate is bad.
Chocolate is bad? Who said that?
Me.
Oh. All right. Well, it's been a weird return for us.
Yeah.
It's been a weird return.
But it was so good that it didn't cut out.
Yes, we're happy about that. So we're gonna hopefully continue to do the show
frustrating.
from here somewhere in this building, unless we get your internet fixed at your house.
I don't know what's going on with it. Kevin's complaining about it too.
Well, who cares about him? All right, everybody have a great weekend. I don't know if I'll be here Monday because between the saxophone and violins and tin whistles and dogs,
Blowing and fingering.
Yeah, well, the blowing and fingering,
You're okay with
all right. Yeah, I'll be okay with that. But the rest of it, I don't know. I might be in jail, or I just might be locked up somewhere. Everybody have a great weekend. Hope it's a great weekend for you all. Hope you have good weather. Stay happy, stay sane, stay healthy, stay happy and sane and safe. Everybody have a great weekend. What are you doing this weekend? Anything good? We have anything going on this weekend? Govs.com, come see a great comedy show. Like we said before, Dice is coming and Dave Attell, Chelsea Handler. Great shows. There's another Mike Keegan and Friends with our pal Will Sharon coming up in a few weeks. So today is Friday. So we have Domestic Disturbance tonight at 9:15. Before that, we have Quarantine Life with Mandy Jones and her husband Glenn. And I do believe, is today the last day of Quarantine Life?
Yeah, well, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry. Well, let's talk more about that on Monday. Is there one this afternoon?
Yes. Oh, it actually might be Felix. I think Felix had the 31st. I'm not sure. Yeah.
All right, there you go. So lots
He
of
didn't
great.
call me at 6 a.m. to tell me about it.
Everybody have a great weekend. Sorry for almost breaking the stage, says Tim Saliani. Yeah, he was doing he went out like this and hit the thing, and then he put his leg out that way, and he kicked the plexiglass. Yeah, the whole thing, the whole stage shook, and then he said he threw his back out too, so that's what you get. Yeah, great show again last night. So again, catch those guys whenever you can. Catch them tonight at 9:15 on govsradio.com. And of course, this weekend as well, Tom Galati, are you on tomorrow? Is he on tomorrow? Cars and Comedy?
I just let Tom do whatever he wants to do.
Pasusu is on tomorrow night. Put Up, Shut Up, and Stand Up with Don Sill, Benny Rizzuti, and all those people. Professor Fedora. That's tomorrow night at 7. So enjoy that. Everybody have a great weekend. Sally and I will be back somewhere in this building. We'll be on the air from somewhere Monday at 11 a.m. Everybody have a great weekend. And how do we shut this off? Ah! We're dropping it! Oh my God.
Just take it. Bye, everyone.
As soon as we figure out how to shut it off, I'm just going to go like that. Bye.